Yes, people, welcome back to the United show on Let's Talk Premier League. I was about to say the first X. Fuck knows why I was about to say that. Big up to the people on the first X as well. Obviously, I'm there for my EFL shows. But this is a slightly different one because this isn't the EFL show. This is actually the United show. Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer would have welcomed you into the EFL show in a couple of years' time, but you finally decided to get rid of the Solskjaer. Michael Carrick he took interim charge, and now it is time. And as Mustafa puts it perfectly, it's the Rangnick era has begun. Let's go through some comments, but before we do that, RJ, Kenny, we all good?
Yeah, I'm grand.
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. RJ, can you pronounce his name for me? Because I always butcher it.
Who's in?
The one on the screen. Is it Cahill?
On the screen. Oh, Cahill, yeah.
There you go. Hi. Big up Cahill. Last year, I thought about how things come round, just like that. If everyone is here to celebrate one day, we have our ups and downs, but when there's love, there's always. Absolutely, very well written. Fantastic thumbnail now. Wolf is pleased. Is that because Solskjaer's not on it anymore? Big up Velve, big up Cop, big up Mustafa. The last 4 of the UCLs will be United, PSG, Chelsea, Bayern. Mark my words. That'll be very interesting. Now, love the thumbnail you sent me. Thank you. I've been working on getting some of the other stuff sorted. Got a Premier League one and a Champions League one as Kenny fucks around with God knows what. Rangnick era has begun. United. Yes, United. Rangnick coronation. Long live King Rangnick the First. Oh, Wolf is here. Ouch. Cahill, don't know how you pronounce it, so I'm going to call you John. Okay. You hate me, Valve? Ouch. No, Wolf, you're amazing. Well, that's good. And it's pleased Mystic Wolf now. That's
pleased Mystic Wolf. I know.
Wolf is pleased with the thumbnail. But before we talk Rangnick, so obviously that is going to dominate large parts of this show. I think it's only right that we talk about the guy who was jumped before the sledgehammer was hit on his head, and that is Michael Carrick. I know Kenny completely disagrees with it, but after watching Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer ball for about 3 years, the transformation of Carrick ball was the same as Ollie ball, but English. It was English Ollie ball. Kenny, shush. Kenny's getting triggered.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like
Shh. So I do firmly, and I spoke to RJ about this actually, about how I think Michael Carrick has sort of jumped out of the ship before Mr. Rangnick chucks him out of the ship. Because if I'm being completely honest with you, the style of play is the complete opposite to a Ralph Rangnick team. It's like, I know what we're going to do. We're going to play 2 really slow centre-backs with 2 really bad midfielders together. I mean, if you play them one at a time with a really good progressive midfielder, they actually look okay, but together they're awful. And so you play 2 really slow centre-backs, so 2 awful midfielders. That is exactly how Ralph Rangnick's going to play with his high-pressing team, with his defence on the halfway line. He's going to play your 2 slowest centre-backs without a shadow of a doubt. Not the Eric Bailly that's actually got a bit of pace. But RJ, Michael Carrick, I suppose you've got to thank him, haven't you, for his service at United, not only as a midfielder, but also as a coach. And then he did, I suppose, take over during a really, really difficult situation, obviously, with Ollie leaving. So, RJ, what do you make of it?
I mean, plain simple, it was literally just Ollie ball, but like British, simple as that. There's no, I don't think there was a lot of tactics going in. I don't think the team really changed. Still played McFred, and still played McGuire.
Your attack looked more confusing than under Ollie. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie.
I mean,
It
he played Rashford and Sancho the wrong way around. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Let's play Rashford right wing. Like, we all know how that's fucking gonna go. Like, come on.
Well, I don't know if
everyone
you saw
knows
my watch on, but I was like, what the fuck is
watching
Rashford doing on the right hand side? I was like,
it just didn't make
if
any
you're gonna
sense.
play Sancho on the left, you might as well just chuck Greenwood on the right. At least he actually
but Greenwood is injured. Well, no, he has a doubt like on him, so that's why he wasn't off. Greenwood,
he's totally okay to play. It's just Michael Carrick's a bit clueless.
No, he was reported that he was like doubt. That's all. But anyway,
well, no, he had coronavirus, but he's
what it was, right?
He was on the bench against Chelsea.
What it was, right? He's just protecting Greenwood until he's 100%, so that we don't have him injured. So like I said, that's probably your nightmare. To be fair, now let's be real. But anyway, yeah. Look, Carrick. I'll always remember how good of a midfielder. Probably one of the most underrated midfielders in the Prem. Knew what to do at all scenarios. Very intelligent. And a great soldier for Fergie. To be fair, in the dying years of his tenure. So like I said, it's three games, two wins and one draw, especially against the bloody Premier League leader so far in Chelsea. And arguably, it wasn't really a pen, but look, we won't talk about that. However,
what the Odegaard one?
No, our mom sack on Thiago Silva. I didn't think that was pen because I thought it was a bit over dramatic by Thiago Silva. But look, like I said, we don't want to piss off Chelsea fans because, like I said, I think I can easily just say a single name, and we all know what's coming up. Anyway, pretty much good performance for 3 games. But I think, like I said, the players, I think, and Carrick knew that this little love relationship was definitely going to run out quicker than Ollie's one. So I do think, he jumped out of ship quickly. Sad to see, obviously, because like I said, he is a club legend, but time to move forward.
Yeah, no, I totally hear you there. Velv, Mustafa, and Wolf are having a great time in the chat. Ollie never scored against Arteta. Carrick scored 3 in 1 match. Ouch. Long live the Manx up the cucumber man.
Oh my God.
Big up, Kenny. Long live the Irish. Big up, RJ. Love it. I'm tutoring now in thumbnails, Mustafa. He pays me, but allow me to time you out once per stream. Jesus Christ. Carrick is a bigger legend than Ollie. Oh, I don't know if you.
Wait, who said that?
Mustafa. But to be fair,
Mustafa, man,
no, RJ. To be completely honest, it's a tough one.
Say.
No, it is a tough one because
it is
one minute,
tough.
RJ, 1 minute. They've both won a Champions League.
I'm not having this debate.
We're not having this debate. You're absolutely right. All I'm saying is Michael Carrick has won a Champions League and multiple Premier Leagues, the same as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, right? You're getting confused, right? You, like I said, do not compare Ollie, right, with his managerial career, because you've clearly underestimated the fact that this man was the greatest ever substitute in the history of English football.
No, I agree. But RJ, Michael Carrick was arguably one of the great.
Come on.
1 minute. RJ, Michael Carrick was arguably one of the best DMs the Premier League has ever seen.
I understand that, but like I said, for legacy-wise, Solskjaer beats him.
Well, of course you always pick the attacker, but...
No, I'm talking about a person who's brought more success to the club.
No. Well, if you're going to talk it like that way, I think Michael Carrick might have more Premier League titles.
Treble winning with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
That is true. Right, Max. That thumbnail enhanced my eye vision. What a thumbnail. But Kenny, what did you make of Michael Carrick and that era? The 3 games he had in charge?
I think he did his job really. I thought it was baby pressing. It wasn't proper pressing. It was baby pressing. It was confusing at times.
Baby pressing. Did you just say baby pressing?
Yeah.
What?
You can't. You can't call what we saw on that football pitch in them 3 games any sort of press. I'm sorry.
Okay. Baby pressing.
They attempted to press, to which teams just passed through it with ease. Okay. Essentially, some players went and pressed the ball, and then that sort of, not everyone. With pressing, it's not a press unless your entire team is going to press at the same time. Because guess what? If one person presses and the others don't, you leave a gaping great big hole where that guy's just left his place. So, for example, let's use Greenwood as an example. Let's say he's on the right wing. So if he presses, sort of going forward, then your cam will then come in, and some will say it's the cam, or the right back will come in and fill that gap for just in case he gets passed through. To which then that gets replaced by a central midfielder, and you've got to press as a team. You go as sort of groups. The way I say that I would press is I'd have my front 3 pressing, or split the team in half, sort of like half your team presses that half it there, and sort of just press as groups. You've got to press as a group, because if you do get one, if it's, let's say one gets past, let's say one presses too early or what, someone needs to cover that press, and you need to press as bunches. You didn't press as bunches. Rashford went off on his merry-go-round doing whatever he was doing. We'll talk about Rashford later. Yeah, no, I don't think you could ever class what you lot were doing as any sort of press.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, honestly, thinking about it, you're probably right. But yeah, he did his job, to be fair. You got 7 points out of 9, really. Couldn't really ask them more. Yes. And as a midfielder, his legacy was amazing. He'll always be a club legend. As a coach, he didn't end up working out. But maybe in the future, if he learns more, and if he takes some time off, learns more, and starts off out maybe a league club, maybe he could be a good coach. But yeah, he did his job. He did
maybe. But no, it's been a weird moment. But Kenny, Ralph Rangnick is at the club now. He's officially got his work permit. He's tucked into bed, shall we say, at United. Are you excited about the Ralph era? I mean, we'll talk about what changes we expect, but in terms of just his vision and what he's going to bring to the club, are you excited?
Yeah, I am excited, because I think a manager like him is what we do need. We need a manager that's going to kick some players right up the yard. We need a ruthless manager, and I think that's what he is. I mean, he's not afraid to drop some players like Ollie and Solskjaer was with Maguire, and even Michael Carrick was with Maguire and McCray. He's not afraid to drop players if they aren't performing, and I think that's what we need for a long time. And the Gegen pressing, it could work if he plays the right players. I think if we play the right players, it could work, but that remains to be seen. That's the only bit I'm worried about, because if we coached correctly, and I think we will be, then I think it'll work. It really depends. I mean, we'll see. It really depends. You can't say for certain. But yeah, I'm quite excited for these 6 months, maybe longer, but 6 months for now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear that. RJ, Ralph has made some interesting comments, but we'll go through his opinion on the previous coaching in a bit. But in terms of the comments he made about the implementation of his philosophy, because what's I going to say? I've completely been thrown. Also, big up Joshy in the chat. His philosophy, sort of training lads. He says that video is going to be quite important because of the lack of training sessions. Now we're in December, which is, the hardest sort of time of the year to even get any sort of implementation of anything over, because of the lack of time you spend on the training field. So he says that video is going to be quite an important part of his sort of training at the moment, sort of training the minds. Are you confident that he'll be able to get his philosophy over to the sort of players, using the videos, the sort of the way he's going to explain it? Probably very similar to I assume a Pep does it sometimes, which is probably sit them in an auditorium and have a big screen and go, right, you absolute wankers, do not press now. You will be fucking running, I assure you now. And then sort of a whiteboard and probably explain it. Are you confident he'll be able to do that?
Yeah, I think. Look, this team is full of talented players. I do think. He will implement his philosophy into these players. I mean, he's already said that Ronaldo.
You've got a bit of shit on your screen, mate.
Hey, shut up, man. All right, leave me alone. Anyway, no. He did say that. Look, Ronaldo will be his main man, and I do think that Ronaldo under a structure, like I said, I'll give you an example, right? When he was at Real Madrid, he was under a structure, right? Juve was a bit of a shit show. That's why that shit didn't work there, because guess who his manager was? Pirlo. Guess what he is? He's a fucking, he's an Italian version of Mikel Arteta. Simple as that, lads. All right. Actually, to be fair, that's kind of insulting to Arteta.
You're comparing the managers, right? Not the fucking players.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Thank fuck for that. God, could you imagine comparing Pirlo, the player, to Mikel Arteta?
To be fair, like, I kind of don't like Pirlo for like the fact that he literally made Paul Pogba look good. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. No,
put any natural DM next to Paul Pogba and it makes him look good.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Kante must have a bloody blast being friends with Paul Pogba on the pitch. To be fair, no, what I would say is, look, when you look at Rangnick, we actually have a team that could potentially press, but we do need some players. I do think we need a right back to sort out, and I do have like I said, I like, call me Scout RJ, whatever the hell you want, right? But I've got some players I definitely want to include into this squad that will definitely help implement his tactics.
So
right?
have I.
Okay, well, we'll probably do that after I go through this. But I think players like Fred, players like Bruno, and I'd actually say players like Sancho definitely will thrive under Rangnick. Clearly, when you look at how he's played, the players that he's brought through. I mean, he actually made Timo Werner look good. Jesus Christ, that's impressive.
I was about to say, you're missing one who I think is going to absolutely. Rangnick will create a beast with this one.
Donny.
Well, no, he wants when you win the ball back, you've got 8 seconds to have a shot. Which player loves having a shot when he gets the ball?
Ronaldo.
For fucking hell. What's Rangnick going to do to improve Cristiano Ronaldo? Are you joking?
Put a team around him.
The young player who likes to shoot.
Never mind.
Fucking hell, are you dumb?
What are you talking about?
Never mind. I know.
Rangnick's like, when we win the ball back, you've got 8 seconds and you need to have a shot. Okay, well, when we win the ball back, let's assume that we're going to play this lad up front with someone. Oh, is he going to have a shot within, say, 8 seconds? Well, he probably will do, and he's a pretty damn good shot finisher as well. So, yeah.
Oh, here, actually, I just read the comments. Can we just time out Mustafa, or can we just ban him for that?
I'll go through some of the comments quickly. Big up Joshy, who's here as well.
That is true as a player.
No, Kenny.
1 minute, guys. It could, Kenny, I will.
Right. Oh my day, Kenny.
There we go. Kenny's muted. It could work, in my opinion. Kenny, you skeptical clown, eat a cucumber. Gegan press will work. Joke, big up, Kenny. Merry Nolmus Max. We've renamed Christmas, apparently. Yep, I hope everything is good. Why was I timed out, clown? Sweet to Velshwan.
I'd fucking do it myself, actually. If I
Robotic kitten. Never mind. Valve timed out, saying fight me. Joshy's I'm gonna go watch some YouTube. Bye. Catch you in a bit, Joshy. You add me and RJ now. You add me and Niall RJ. Max. I have no idea. I'm just saying Carrick was one of the best midfielders we've had while Ollie was our forward.
Is that not true? Is that not true?
Kenny, you're too young. You're too young, mate. Sorry, knowledge.
Ollie wasn't fourth choice striker. The issue Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer had was Fergie had 2 sets of strikers.
Yes.
He didn't have the Fergie wasn't this. It wasn't until later on in his career that he obviously went to a 4-3-3 and then started doing the madness with fucking Berbatov and Mooney and Tevez, which was just utterly vile. What he did.
It was pretty illegal at that.
Berbatov was a fucking decent player, might I add.
He was underrated, yeah.
He was.
To be fair, he actually he did something that Kane never did. Won a trophy at Spurs.
Because the thing with the situation was you had Cole and York, and they worked so good as a pair. They were
undroppable. You could not drop them.
They were a brilliant pair. But then you had Sheringham and Solskjaer, which was also a sort of another pair. And the thing is, you've got so many. You've got two different pairs that they're so good. But then I also agree with the Michael Carrick, which was he was one of the best midfielders that United have ever had in that role. I think the way he was able to read a game, the license he gave Scholes to move forward a bit, and then obviously as you went to the 4-3-3 Scholes and then Park Ji-sung or Fletcher or whoever it may be, the license he would give them because he was able to read that game. He was very good. I think you could say that they're both rather this. I'd say they have similar legacies. I would say they have similar legacies because they've both won a Champions League. They've both won multiple Premier League titles. It's like Solskjaer has a similar legacy of with fucking Neville and all that because the thing they've all won multiple Premier League titles. The only one the only one that you could say that probably surpasses them all is probably Fergie. Everyone else is pretty much on a level playing field because Fergie made it that way. I'm not talking. I'm just saying what Fergie did. Fergie didn't give a flying fuck if you had been with him from the class of '92 or if you were Park Ji-sung and came from fucking wherever, whatever club he came from. Right? It didn't matter. Fergie went, the minute you put on a red shirt, you're treated as an equal and you go and fight for the club. So they all have similar legacies because they've all fought for a club and they've all won multiple Premier League titles. The only one who you can't put in there is fucking Harry Maguire. That's something we can all agree on. Take care, Joshie the American. Mustafa, you got an agenda against Ollie. Ollie is gone and you're still bitching. Tough up. Time out, Mustafa will do. Big up, Prime.
Thank you for it.
Mustafa's going to go mad in a minute. Prime, you drop this. What are you guys doing comparing Ollie's legacy to Carrick?
That's what I'm saying.
We're not.
There's no question.
We're not. I'm trying to move away from the Ollie topics because I've spent about 3 years talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Would love nothing more than a United show where we don't talk about fucking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If we could try that'd be great. We are shameless, Prime. But Ollie, the winning goal of the Champions League final now.
No, that doesn't mean it. Like I said, what I'm saying.
But Sheringham doesn't get put in that
that's
thing.
What I mean.
Sheringham scored. I think Sheringham scored like 3 minutes before Ollie, and if Sheringham didn't score it, then whatever Ollie does is fucking worthless. So actually, it's not just Ollie; it's sort of Ollie and Sheringham. You might want to. That was the proper SAS.
And Beckham as well. If he didn't do those two
Kenny, if you want, I can always just read off the entire team. Like I don't know, Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah, exactly, Kenny.
It's showing a man Solskjaer, but we'll add Beckham. We'll fucking best get fucking Neville in there. And we best fucking put,
let's put fucking Schmeichel in there.
What about Scholes? What about what Roy Keane and Paul Scholes did in the semi-final just before that? Where if it weren't for them, you probably wouldn't have got to a final. So if you want, I can go through the entire competition if you want. But moving on. Before I start getting a sledgehammer, big up the panel, sat here with my popcorn. Absolutely.
If you can send some over, Chris, one to Ireland, I'll take some.
But I wanna talk about sort of we're not going to talk about the changes just yet. That is coming. We are going to pick what formation we think Ralph is going to use and the players that we think he's going to go in there for December, and then we're going to sort of look and see what maybe subtle changes he might make in January if he can afford it. Apparently he's going to get £100 million. So I don't know how much of that is to do with player sales. I can almost assume that Pogba's probably going to be walking out and Lingard will probably be told to fuck off.
Harry Maguire,
Harry Maguire may be told to fuck off. You are absolutely correct there.
Luke
Shaw definitely be told to fuck off. Rangnick already doesn't like Luke.
Rangnick
already doesn't like Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw's performed one of the biggest stinkers this season ever. He's never getting back into the team again.
Oh, never.
He's
and we don't need him. We don't need him. We'll have Tellez, and then we'll have Brandon Williams come back on loan, and Tellez can
TV. Yeah. Did you know that Brandon Williams is actually United's best wing back actually at the moment? And he's on fucking loan. That is the level of man. That's the level of
back is Tellez.
That's the level of man.
Put some respect on my
That's the level of Manchester United's wing backs. Your best one's currently on loan at fucking Norwich.
Okay, it's just not our best one.
Well, he's better than Wan-Bissaka. He's better than Dalot. He's also better than Luke Shaw. So there's only really Tellez, and you could probably put them on the same pedestal because whilst Tellez is better going forward, Brandon Williams is much better going backwards than fucking Tellez. So you could probably put him in the same.
Bad going backwards, though. That's what we have to understand.
No, I know. I never said Tellez was bad.
I read through the lines, don't worry.
Well, no, there was no lines. I just said that whilst Tellez is amazing going forward, Brandon Williams is better going backwards. It's not to say Tellez is bad going backwards. Brandon Williams is just better. So,
these comments, man, are
just ignore the comments.
Yeah, I just put it into private chat. I'm just like, no, thank you. I'm not reading this bullshit now.
No, let's talk about the changes that we're not changes. I had a plan, but Kenny keeps interrupting. It throws me.
Well done, Kenny. Do you want a medal for that, mate, or what?
I did it once. I interrupted once.
Yeah, it's because you keep going. It's because you keep going back. Fucking, it's putting me off. Completely lost my train of thought there. Fuck it. Fridge Maguire and Kentucky Fried Short should get out, probably for the best.
No,
Brandon Williams isn't. Shut up, Prime. You are having a giggle. Brandon Williams is way clear of AWB. AWB is one of the worst wingbacks ever created. Dalot, he's better than Dalot. In fact, United made a big fucking error. They should have got Dalot gone on. They should have sold him. Kept Brandon Williams to bloody charge up Wan-Bissaka because, to be frankly honest, it's been a joke.
Well, there's another player we could get potentially. So
what, Ethan Laird?
No, into the club. Buying into.
Oh, Max Aarons.
No, even better.
Lamptey?
No, not British. International.
Who?
Well, I was thinking along the lines. Like I said, how I've been the scout and all that. I'm thinking Mukulele. He'd be a decent player. Okay, he's from the Bundesliga. Very good player. Very, very good player.
Oh, don't do Bundesliga. Fucking hell.
Why?
They always perform shit here.
No, but he's actually genuine a beast. I actually like him a lot. And I actually would like to play him too.
I would go Tariq Lamptey, to be fair. Or Max Aarons. I'd go for them too.
The thing about them is, right, Max Aarons, right, look, I respect him as a player, right, but I don't think he's at United's ability. Maybe Arsenal, like I said, you could say, but definitely not.
You don't watch much in Norwich, do you?
I do. I did watch.
No. RJ, be honest. Be honest. RJ, stop now. I'm watching them now. Stop, RJ. Stop chatting poo poo.
I'm not.
You don't watch much of you. No, because not many, unless they're really weird. For example, myself, sit there and watch Norwich.
Okay,
right. So I know you don't watch Norwich.
I watch Match of the Day. There you go.
That is fuck off. Hey, I'm going to headbutt you one day. You can't just say, I watch Match of the Day. So I have actually done it. No, that's
said, but no, genuinely, you can trust me on this, right? Nordi Mukulele, right? Trust me, he will be such a good asset.
You just said that Max Aarons is Arsenal's level. Don't ever disrespect that poor bastard ever again. What you just said that is a disgrace to Max Aarons.
He does play for Norwich, like, no offense.
Oh, to be frankly honest, that's regardless the point. AWB isn't a wing back though; he's a defensive fullback. Well, okay. Either way, it doesn't fit into United. It doesn't fit into United because they want to play with wing backs. Dalot is better going forward than Williams, but not as good defensively. Williams for me is more of he is the complete package. He can go forward and he can defend. Dalot can go forward, but there's a lot of question marks whether he can defend. And Shaw is not better on both. He's just, well, a chunky bastard. Max Aarons is a top 6 quality team quality. He is. He absolutely is. But no, we'll talk about the substitutions, or not substitutions, but transfers Rangnick might make. Because I think, RJ, you are right. I think there's 3 positions he's going to look at. He might not get them all done in January,
4.
But 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe left back as well. But I'm thinking right back, centre back, DM.
Well, I'd argue he probably will get like another centre mid. That's the first position because Pogba, Lingard, and like I said, I don't think he's going to bring in anyone from the youth academy right now.
I don't know if he will. I think he'll probably keep it as it is and bring through James Garner next in the summer.
But he's a DM. He's not a centre mid. I'm talking about like a player to back up Donny or Fred.
Well, it depends really. It depends on. I think they will look at a centre.
Oh, no, like I said, I've got players. So like I said, we can talk about it later. So it's grand.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a bit. But Williams is too small. Doesn't scare me. I would think he's a boy band singer. Alex Taylor. Just ask Callum Hudson-Odoi what Brandon Williams is like. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know. RJ, do you know what Brandon Williams did to Joe?
I think I have an idea. If I do know, I think I know that.
He basically chucked him into the stand at Stamford Bridge.
Oh yes, that was an iconic moment.
Yeah, trust me, he's not a boy band singer. He's Brandon Williams. He's a tenacious little fucker as well. Like, love it. But no, obviously, Ralph Rangnick's got a lot of changes to make and a lot of things that he wants to implement. None other than obviously the goalkeeper situation at Manchester United. I know we've done this many a times, right? But hey ho, hey presto, this is the United show, and you've got a new manager. So we're literally going to look at pretty much most positions. RJ, what's he going to do with the keeper dilemma? Because as I've said before, one suits a certain style of play, and the other suits a Ralph Rangnick style of play. One suits an Ollie style of play. The other one suits a Rangnick style of play. What's your thoughts?
I mean, you could argue that Ronaldo doesn't technically fit into Rangnick's style either, but Rangnick is, he's happy to work with Ronaldo. He sees his qualities, and I do think that's what's going to happen with De Gea. I do think De Gea will keep a spot because realistically, other than, I'd probably say Arsenal's goal, the second one, I think he could have done a bit better for that one. But other than that, he hasn't not made a lot of mistakes this season. I understand that Dean Henderson, he's young, he's talented, whatever the fuck. Look, at the end of the day, we've seen many keepers come and go at this club, and I don't think Dean Henderson is the brightest star of them all, if you know what I mean. So like I said,
when you're putting him into a bunch of fucking Schmeichel and Van der Sar, of course he's not going to.
No, but I'm saying like players that have left the club like in the past, if you know what I mean.
Ben Foster.
I mean, that was not my first suggestion.
Fabian Barthez.
He was not another one either. But like, what I'm saying is, thinking? Well, no, I'm good. I don't want to say my suggestions because, yeah. Anyway,
they're not United goalkeepers, are they?
No, they are. They are.
They're Newcastle goalkeepers. Damn. Do they play in black and white or?
Shut off! Fucking hell. I have to redeem myself some way in order to do that. I don't know. Anyway, no. What I was saying was, I don't like I said. There's probably some youth player that we have in goals who's probably just going to step in when De Gea is 40 or something like that. That's how I see it. I don't see him getting dropped anytime soon.
Oh boy, you're keeping De Gea till you're 40.
I mean, look, he's not a liability. Okay, Kenny, what are you saying, man?
Yeah, Kenny, you.
Kenny, do you really want to argue with this? Like, seriously, are you really considering it?
We've got a bit of time, so yeah, Kenny, give us an argument. What's your thoughts on the keeper situation?
And just be sensible. Don't say something stupid like De Gea's overrated.
I'm being sensible, RJ. You're the one that's not being sensible. But
how?
I think. But we'll get onto that. But I think. I think Dean Henderson suits Rangnick's style of play more because I think Dean Henderson's more of a. He's not exactly like Edison, of course. He's not got the ability of Edison, really. But he's more an Edison type goalkeeper, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean by that?
He is a good shot stopper, don't get me wrong.
Kenny, sorry. What do you mean by that? He's an Ederson type keeper, but not really.
Kenny, do you mind if I try and translate for you? Basically, because they both like coming off the line and sweeping up the sort of shit that comes past their high defenses, that sort of makes them similar. Is that what you were trying to say, Kenny?
Yeah.
So he's a sweeper keeper. He's not an Ederson. Yeah. He's a sweeper keeper. Okay.
Yeah. He could have just said sweeper keeper. He could have just said sweeper keeper. Yeah.
But
I could have, but I like to make it more complicated.
I'd hate to see you in a job interview, like Jesus. Clearly, you have not been employed yet. Anyway, go
carry on, Kenny. Before RJ continues to roast you.
Yeah, I've got more jobs than a
He roasted himself, like.
So
I didn't hear that because I mumbled.
Back onto this discussion, yeah. I think Dean Henderson will play. I think Dean Henderson is the future of the goalkeeping. He's sure.
Let him finish. Okay,
go on.
Let him finish.
Last season, I think it was, we had our best run of clean sheets with Dean Henderson because he commands the defence better. He needs the defence better.
Oh my
He makes it. There is even quotes saying that the defence likes Dean Henderson better than De Gea because his knees are better. I think Rangnick he would like a Dean Henderson. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying De Gea is bad, which I think is what you think I'm saying. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's a very good keeper, but for this certain manager's style of play, shut up, RJ. It's done for him.
Just say it, fucking hell. You're waffling, like, you're completely waffling.
He has made some mistakes this season.
Let me translate because Kenny, you are waffling. Basically, Dean Henderson suits a particular style of play that I think Ralph Rangnick, and I'm speaking on Kenny's behalf, I'm translating. So I think Dean Henderson fits a style of play that Ralph Rangnick is going to implement. Basically, Ralph is going to implement a high line that sits on the halfway line, which means that what you ideally want from your goalkeeper is someone who's willing to come off their line to sweep up what's coming their way. Now, unless David Gea can improve in terms of that, then Dean Henderson may have to play because Dean Henderson is willing to come off his line, and there's a little bit more of a leadership role that Dean Henderson offers that is maybe slightly better than David Gea. Kenny, is that essentially what you were trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just really about that speaking.
Excellent.
So we could have just got Niall to say what he thought, pretty much. Like that's we just wasted people's time. Like, are you happy, Kenny? Are you ashamed that you wasted people's time? Like I said, you waffled for about 5 minutes. You wasted my time. Apologize to me, right? Apologize to me. Apologize to Niall. Apologize to everyone. You wasted everyone's time. Like. You wasted people's time by waffling.
You waste my time with your different opinions every week.
Oh my lord! You two.
Jesus.
Right, let's go to some comments. Nordi Mukileli is a centre back or defensive right back, then a right wing back, attacking full back. If you want a bombing right wing back, get Matty Cash, or to a lesser extent, Max Aarons, or even Terry Clampty. I agree on. Well, I don't know anything about that Nordi guy, but I do know about Matty Cash, Max Aarons, and Terry Clampty. Valve says United should go for Milinkovic Savic from Lazio. Haven't we watched much of him?
Oh, I know he always shows up. That's the thing.
Mustafa says Shaw, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, Rashford equals out the door. Maybe keep Rashford on the bench.
Like, say, can we just not put it?
We will talk about Rashford because there is an interesting conversation about that. Rashford was trash because of Ollie and Carrick ball. For fuck's sake, just wait and watch him under Wreck-It Ralph. I actually think Rashford found it easier to work with Ollie and Carrick ball because it gave him lots of space in and behind. But as I say, we'll talk about
I think he just didn't do well because of injuries, that's all. So
Kenny is 17. 17, that makes sense then. Kenny taught me one thing: never eat a cucumber or you will turn delirious. Kelly's getting absolutely demolished.
I don't think I've had a cucumber the last time.
Kelly, do not insult RJ. Don't be rude. I want to talk to 3-7. Kenny, don't insult Prime, or he will literally kick.
Kenny, the thing is, Prime probably has more knowledge of Man United than you do. Like you just sit down.
I want to. Look, guys. Yeah, Kenny, shut up. Both of you, shush. Excellent. So I want to talk Patrice Evra because he made an interesting statement yesterday.
About what? He made two.
Well, we'll start with number one. That was actually the one I want to talk about.
Okay,
Evra said, United have DNA. Yes, I'm sure. Have a way to play. Now it's based on Rangnick's style of play. Where's the history of my club? Is this man going to say we're going to play like that? I'm starting to be frustrated. RJ, did you have the United DNA under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Just answer that as a single answered question.
There was potential of it, but there was not the resources for it.
Excellent. Do you think Ralph Rangnick is going to implement a similar style? Do you know what? Actually, instead of that, I think Ralph Rangnick is the closest to Sir Alex Ferguson you'll get in terms of a style of play in a more modern way. What's your opinion?
But could you repeat that? Sorry.
So I think Ralph Rangnick is the closest to Sir Alex Ferguson that you'll get in terms
100%.
of style of play, in terms of United DNA, but in a more modern way, because football has modernized so much since the Fergie era that Ralph Rangnick is going to bring that style. He's going to bring the pressing that United did. He's going to bring the enjoyment. He's going to bring the attacking abilities, but it's going to be in a more modern, transformed way. What's your opinion?
Okay, so just say the facts, right? Kenny, look, I know you might not know a lot about Rangnick, right? So here's the little facts for you, buddy, all right? So first off, right, like I said, he's known as the godfather of gegenpressing, which, like I said, he's literally... Listen, mate, don't interrupt. Like, don't be rude, okay? And listen, okay? So he's known as the godfather of gegenpressing and has pretty much revolutionized modern football as we see it today, because, like, the top managers like Jurgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel, Nagelsmann, even Flick as well. So, like I said, all the top German, Austrian managers who have kind of kind of followed in his footsteps in a sense, have used his tactics and used his ways. Maybe put
it's fair to say that he has influenced the German managers in terms of style of play. Many have quoted it. I mean, Jurgen Klopp very, very much quotes Ralph Rangnick. You can certainly see that. Thomas Tuchel very much the same. So it's fair to say that they've
Hasenhüttl as well.
Julian Nagelsmann's very much heavily quoted of Ralph Rangnick. So it's fair to say that he's influenced a lot of good managers.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I love how people are saying, like, but what has he won? What has he done? The thing is, right, let me just, let's teach Kenny and Mustafa, who, have 10-year-olds, knowledge.
Kenny, I know.
Because you think that Carrick has the same legacy as Solskjaer, like, set up, right?
But he does. He does have the same legacy as Solskjaer.
Oh my God, like I said, 10-year-old knowledge, okay? Anyway.
He does have the same legacy. Ollie won the Champions League, yes, but Carrick is
we're not talking about this, okay? Like I said, listen.
You didn't need to bring it up.
Can someone wake me up when we stop talking about Ollie? Yeah, cool.
Okay, like, can we just mute him and can we? If there's like a permanent mute button, I would love just to have it so we can just mute Kenny until I'm finished.
You are, Jay.
Right, like I said before, I was rudely interrupted. Right, players will play well, and the thing is, right, Fergie used to give the thing called, the hairdryer treatment. I do think that Ralph will be, he will be forceful on these lads. If they are not performing well, newsflash, you're getting dropped. I don't care how good you are or how big your name is to this club. You will get dropped if you're not performing well. And I think that's something that this club really does need. And look, Niall, I do agree. He is the closest thing to Fergie that we've had since his departure.
He is the closest I think you'll get to a Fergie at the moment, unless you retire Jurgen Klopp, which for many reasons isn't possible. Zachary is in the chat, says, "What's good, folks? What's good? What's up, Zach?
Does Kenny being a potato again?"
But Kenny, what do you make of whatever said?
It's absolutely bollocks. I don't know what everyone, to be honest. Because United DNA, Rangnick's gonna invent a new sort of modernized United DNA, really, and and I agree with that. He's the most similar manager to Alex Ferguson we could get modernized. I completely agree with that. I don't know whatever was really smoking there. Like, has he even watched Rangnick? Bloody hell. It's just confusing me, but let's just move on.
Okay. He also said, it's never good when that's used as a way. We're talking more about Rangnick than the players than what players are doing on the pitch. We just sacked a manager. Everyone is so excited, saying he's going to be a genius. He has my full support, but let's see. It would appear that he doesn't think Ralph Rangnick's much of an improvement on Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer. RJ, does Patrice ever need to just probably do what Gary Neville needed to do under the Ollie regime and just shut the hell
up? Maybe. He probably should also stop kissing raw chickens as well, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And fish.
Yeah. He had a weird fetish for those type of weird things, to be fair, didn't he? No, but genuinely, I think this is probably one time I've kind of disagreed with Ever. You know what I mean? I love him as a player. He was a loyal soldier to us. Definitely did not have the same legacy as Solskjaer, but whatever, Kenny. So, like I said, it's I think he should really just stop talking and maybe even support the club. Like I said, he does love United, but I think he's a bit too critical on this manager, to be fair.
I'm just reading. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ!
Well, the comments.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh
no, there's more from Ever. It's almost an impossible job for Ralph Rangnick, but nothing is impossible in life. Let's be realistic. This season's Premier League title is out of reach, but the UCL, anything can happen.
Oh dear
I mean, look, I think you can go deep in the Champions League. I think you can go deep in the Champions League.
The potential to.
I think an FA Cup. I think an FA Cup is more than realistic. I think you should be going not all out, but I think you should be very much focusing on an FA Cup and going for the FA Cup and then top four. And after the diabolical start to the season you lot have had, probably best to do that. Some comments before I get us to start really getting into the fun, and that's where I'm sure the fight will begin. Niall, you've been missing some killer MLS action. A shutout in a penalty shootout. Clean sheet. Mad. And a wild upset with City beating New England. Is that an upset? I'm not so sure. We are in the Eastern Conference Finals on Sunday. Yes, we're going to do a watch along for that, I believe. Wolf, so I am not a United fan because I think Rashford should be dropped. No, I think you are just deluded and have agendas and stuff.
I don't think I should speak about my opinion because I do want the channel to do well in a sense. So
I'm not gonna lie, I get what he means by impossible job. It's not the impossible job though. He's actually got the easiest job. He's interim for 6 months. In fact, he's got no pressure on him at all because of what happened previously. But I don't think he means it in the way you're all taking it. Look, Ephra just needs a stop smoking the marijuana as Wolf is suggesting. But do you know what? I'm going to back Mustafa on the Rashford thing, but we'll talk about that in a moment.
Wow. You're going to have a little war here now. Like I said,
it's not. No, I don't think you should sell Rashford yet, but certainly a bench.
Yes.
Might be. He might need to work his way to the bench, but. I want to do something a little bit different. Now, we did this before under Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer. Obviously, Ollie is no more. But starting, what formation do you think he'll go for? Do you think he'll go for the 3-5-2? Do you think he'll go for the 4-3-3? Or do you think he'll go for his 4-2-2-2?
Right, Kenny. Let's see. What do you think? Let's see what Kenny thinks.
He likes a narrow attack. That's all I'll say.
Probably a 4-2-2-2.
RJ?
The boy's got some brain cells, thankfully. Yeah, I do think he will do a 4-2-2-2.
Right, cool. They don't have a 4-4. They don't have a 4-2-2-2. Create formation hasn't quite worked that bit out. Let's go with if we got what's the closest?
I'd probably say a 4-4-2. I'd say 4-4-2. That's halfly. I would just say there you go. Yeah, that's it.
I'd say that's almost. I'll make it anyway with the foot cards that we've got and the thing. So just need an idea. But Wolf says when I disagree with Niall, you can't just say sell Martial because he plays poor, but we can't criticise Rashford. Was ever solely talking about Rangnick as manager or being at club in general? No, he was talking about Rangnick, the manager, I think. Only once in the last 10 years has somebody finished in the season with the most points and won the cup. Imagine the Prem if the top 7 had a playoff to decide Prem champions. That'd be a bit mad. It would be a bit mad. But
I don't think we should do
that. Be the Prem.
Yeah, you've both gone for the 4-2-2-2. Obviously the left wing and the right wing are going to be right attacking central midfield and left attacking central midfield. But I'm going to start with the probably the one that you two are going to disagree the most on, and that is the goalkeeper. RJ, who do you think Ralph will go for?
De Gea.
Kenny?
Henderson.
It's a tough one.
Like I said, you've heard what Kenny said, right? What I'm telling you is Ronaldo doesn't even fit Rangnick's style, but he's willing to put him in, and that's how I think he will put.
Oh no, Ralph won't need to put anyone in. If he wants to put them in, he'll put them in. There is none of this. There is none of this need. Ralph Rangnick is 63 years old. Has built multiple clubs, has created. He's also the creator of an entire tactic that's used by some of the best managers in the world now. Trust me, Ralph Rangnick is not going to be dictated to by a bunch of clowns in the United boardroom. Well, not this season anyway. I think, just to be a bit controversial, I'm going to go Henderson. And RJ, you know the reason why. Which is
because you hate the Spanish. Simple as that. This doesn't.
No, I've actually no.
Yes, you do.
I've actually no issue with the Spanish. I actually quite like the Spanish. It's the Italians I have an issue with.
Potato. You probably just hate.
Luckily, you don't have any Italians in your team, else I'd have had the biggest agenda ever in the world. But the reason, RJ, and and it's not because I don't like De Gea. I've backed my reasons with an example. I just think that Dean Henderson suits a sweeper keeper and De Gea doesn't. So, but look, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But let's do right back. I think this is quite an interesting one. I think it's a bit more interesting than the keeper situation, because you've got to choose now between an all right defensive wing back or a good attacking wing back. RJ, Dalot or Wan-Bissaka?
I think just because of how he plays, especially with link up, I think he might go for Dalot over Wan-Bissaka. Just for that might be for the first game.
When I give that reason for Henderson in goal, you should.
There's a difference between our Wan-Bissaka and fucking that De Gea. I'm sorry, I can name many. Like we'd be here all night. We'd probably be here until Christmas. Like seriously, come on, Niall.
No, I hear that. Henderson, Kenny. I hate saying this, but you are a moron, Kenny.
Wait, who said that?
Why are you going Henderson? Because I've explained this so many times.
Okay, Wolf is an icon. He's just an icon.
Yeah, Wolf is an icon. I'll say that. But Kenny, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot.
Dallo, I think Dallo will get in. Rangnick's style of play is Dallo way more.
Okay. Centre backs. No, I'm going to chuck my 10 pence worth here. By Varane.
Okay, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, I just wanted to chuck my 10 pence worth in there.
Yeah, no problem. I'm not going to, I'm not going to reject. I think
Varane.
Varane.
Do you know what? I'll make it very
Varane
simple. We all know Varane's in there anyway. Right? Right, so let's just make it simple. Who's partnering Varane? I'll say Bailly. RJ.
I'm saying Lindelof.
Okay, Kenny.
I think Lindelof just for the sheer fact that Bailly's not going to stay fit.
That's fair. Are we all in agreement that Bailly is probably third choice and Maguire fourth choice?
Maguire is probably sixth choice behind Mendy and Phil Jones. Actually, no. Sorry. We have to count the youth squad. We have to count the under 15, the under 11,
the tea lady,
the kit man, the catering. Ollie gonna social.
I've heard the kit lady at United's got quite a bit of pace on her as well.
Probably more than. To be fair, I probably have more pace than that fucking.
You probably, I probably have it as well.
To be fair, all I will say, right, Paul McShane, right, he would probably get ahead of Maguire, genuinely, and he's fucking shite.
Zach says, "I'll join the Discord. Seems very active in there." Yeah, it's at some point I will spend some time on Discord, but yeah, not at the moment. Left back, RJ, Shaw or Tellez?
I mean, I think this is the biggest trick question I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, are we going to have a Brazilian legend, right? Or Burger King? I'm serious. Like I said, who would you like to have, Niall? Like, I mean, spin the wheel.
It depends on if I'm hungry or not. If I'm hungry, I'll go for the Burger King. If I'm talking football, I'll go for the Brazilian.
Look, listen, I'm not hungry. I'm fucking full, so I'm going for the Brazilian.
Yeah,
come on,
I had McDonald's earlier. They got a great festive menu actually. I had the festive stack.
I made myself some food too. I'm that shy.
No, the festive stack's pretty decent. But Tellez, Kenny.
Tellez, definitely.
Tellez.
Unless Rangnick wants somebody McDonald's meal. But
he literally insulted Shaw before coming to this club. Like,
could you just imagine if he just plays Tellez until like January and then recalls Brandon Williams? Everyone will be in a meltdown. It'll be a meltdown.
Realistically, how much do you think we'd actually get for him? Like, if we actually get a Big Mac from him, I'll actually take that. To be fair,
Zach says, "Where you lot are in the Discord server?" Yeah. Basically, Mustafa, Velvetron, and Wolf get in the Discord chat. You'll put some entertainment in there. But yes, please.
He's my Brazilian legend. That's what it is.
Tellez, Burger King have perfect burgers.
No, they
don't.
Menu they don't.
RJ, since when is Tellez?
He's my Brazilian legend. All right, because the last Brazilian legend we had.
Kenny, would you have also gone Tellez?
Definitely, yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Cool. Now the double pivot, the revolutionized double pivot. It's not going to be McFred, I don't think. I'm going to chuck my 10 pence worth here. As you always know, I do like to do that. I'm going to go Fred and Donny van der Beek. RJ?
I'm going for the hero and the villain, Fred, and the guy who just recently got out of jail, then got put back into jail, and now he's going to be put out of jail now. So like I said, it's been a wild ride for him. So yeah, Donny van der Beek. Why not? Fuck it.
Kenny, would you have agreed with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, the two attacking central midfielders. I'm going to, again, chuck my 10 pence worth here. I'm going to say Bruno and Sancho.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is going very well, Kenny.
I was expecting like a huge fucking war, but to be fair, we're going to have a war in the strikers. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Well, I don't know how, but okay.
Well, okay. Well, let's see who gets in.
Right.
I don't really think we will.
For strikers, I'll chuck my 10 pence worth here and say Ronaldo and Greenwood. RJ?
Oh, Niall! Yes, Niall! Come on, Niall.
Oh dear Christ!
There's two of them, aren't there? I'm hardly gonna say fucking Martial, am I?
Well, no. I to be fair, Martial is probably lower than Maguire when it comes into this team. To be fair,
Right.
no. So Ronaldo and I'm going to say Cavani.
Cavani barely stays fit for half the games.
Nah, no. The only reason Cavani's still out is just because he wants to play
There's
international football.
there's actually a good chance Cavani might be one of the ones even in January.
I don't think. No, he's not even in January. He's even in the summer. He's already said that.
It appears that Ralph might be, just speeding that up. No, I don't think he'll play.
I mean, if he wants to bring out another striker, hell, I'll do it.
He's one for youth. He is one for youth. He won't play 36-year-old strikers. He'll definitely have them one with the other. I think one of Cavani or Ronaldo will partner Greenwood. The only reason I say Greenwood is because Greenwood absolutely everything about Greenwood suits Ralph Rangnick, and I think Ralph will just take Greenwood to the next level.
That's fair. No, look, I don't agree, but like I'll respect your opinion.
Kenny?
Mustafa's just getting timed out again. No. my work here is done.
Jesus Christ. Kenny?
Ronaldo.
Well, that's going to happen if he doesn't stop fucking chatting shit. Like.
Anyway, that's the last time out for Mustafa because we are allowed different opinions on this channel.
Okay, yeah, but there's a difference between different and just plain stupid. Like Martial should never touch the squad ever again.
Wolf, you can join the Discord server as Mystic Werewolf. You do have that ability if you so wish to. But Kenny, your striker options.
Ronaldo and Greenwood.
Excellent. If it wasn't Greenwood, you would have been booted out of this stream quicker, and you can say.
I'm a proud member of the
Excellent. Where are all the Chelsea haters that said we were going to get smashed 5-0? Not sure. Not sure.
Charlotte has not been seen yet. So.
But looking at that team, tell me, right? So looking at that team, who survives next summer's transfer? So, RJ, do you think Dean Henderson would survive next summer's transfer?
No.
Dean Henderson, you think there will be you think you can name a better goalkeeper than Dean Henderson to go in there? There's really, I no.
Yes.
Right. RJ, Dallo, does he make it or not?
100% get the hell out of my club. Jesus Christ. I've always had a replacement for him. I've always had it. He will
Kenny?
say, yeah.
Kenny?
That survives.
Yes.
Survive.
Yeah.
Survive
Lindelof? RJ, does Lindelof survive?
100%.
Kenny?
I'm gonna say no to make it interesting.
Oh, interesting. You know, this isn't the liberal show, right? This isn't the liberal show where you can take the piss, all right? We're trying to make this serious.
No.
Right?
It's not about being. It's about realistic. Because I think there is potential that he might look at another centre back. I don't know if it will be high up on the list, especially if Euros coming up as well.
If we're going to be selling someone, it won't be Lindelof. It'll be either Guy or Maguire.
No, I mean into the starting lineup, not survive at a club. Do you think he survives being in the starting lineup?
Oh, starting 11? No, not a chance. He won't be in the starting.
Right. So Lindelof goes.
He'll be the best number 3 there is. Tele, I can see it. I can definitely see him saying starting 11.
I think he'll
Kenny?
survive, yeah. Yeah, I think he'll survive.
Fred?
No.
It really does depend what happens in the summer, because if we do get the rumored, big signing in Frankie de Jong, I think Fred might have to get dropped, because I don't see.
Okay.
Because imagine the Dutch duo, like that would be so good for us.
Kenny, does Fred make it, or does he get benched?
It's really difficult, but I'm gonna say he doesn't make it.
Fred's gone. And then I'm guessing Donny makes it.
I mean, to be fair, the lad's been through enough. I think we should really give him some slack right now.
Sancho,
100%.
Bruno,
100%.
Ronaldo,
100%.
Yeah,
110% actually. Yeah, I think Greenwood, it'll be tough because, like I said, competition is going to be key.
Greenwood's probably by that point. Greenwood and Ronaldo probably got such a partnership you can't drop either of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I guess.
Just think about it. 6 months later, Ronaldo and Greenwood have one of the most iconic duo partnerships since fucking Cole and York. That would be insane.
To be fair,
it's also all about priorities. Do you think you're going to get 4 signings next summer? What, 4 world-class signings? I don't think so. Now,
I mean,
no.
Mukalele would probably cost about 30.
Yeah, right? I don't know. But now we've got 4 gaps in there. We've got 4 gaps in there that needs fixing and filling. Yep. RJ, right back. Who do you think slots into that hole?
Like
that came out so wrong. Who do you think slots in a right back?
Like I said, don't cancel Niall. He's a nice fellow, lads. All right.
Yeah, try not to clip that one, please.
Yeah, lads, clip it. You did it to me, you do it to Niall. Keep same energy, or I swear to God, I'll kick the shit out of all of you. Anyway, no, I'm picking Nordi Mukalele from the Bundesliga. Like I said,
see, I would pick him, but I have absolutely no idea.
No, listen, right? This is what you need to know about, right? He's French, 24 years old, and probably one of the best attacking right backs in the world right now. I genuinely think he could be big for France if he gets called up, obviously. So yeah.
Okay, Kenny, who do you think United will target in the summer transfer window for right back?
I think we'll get Carrick Leaving.
Okay. I'm gonna say Max Aarons.
Come on, you have to pick my one because my one's actually realistic.
I do not. So I'm gonna leave it in the chat. I'm gonna leave it up to the chat.
Pick mine. Pick mine. I swear.
All of you have got to pick between Lamptey, Max Aarons, and Michael. What's his name?
Mukalele. You'll know by next season when he's
So we'll wait for the chat to put who they think: Max Aarons, Tariq Lamptey, or Nordi Mukalele. Whilst we wait for the chat, RJ, having a good day so far?
Yeah, like I said, I'm ready for the weekend. Genuinely can't wait for the weekend. So
some interesting football, actually, isn't there? Some
and it's going to be interesting for our first game, obviously. But we'll probably talk about that in the stream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you would certainly.
I love how like people just aren't answering.
I know.
Just try and spell his name. You don't.
Right, Devon. He's not on the left. He's in the left attacking midfielder. It's basically the 4-2-2-2 formation, but Create Formation don't have the 4-2-2-2 formation because Create Formation haven't modernized their formations. We'll do it a different way then. Spin the wheel.
Not spin the wheel, man. That's no.
Okay, we'll just go for my suggestion then.
For fuck's sake!
I wouldn't disagree with that.
For fuck's sake, man! Come on.
Excellent. Wolf goes Dallo. Dallo makes it in there and by Wolf. We're in the summer now.
Just say Mukalele.
Wolf, we're in the summer now. We're spending some money. Centre back. You've both kicked out Lindelof. Which centre back are you replacing him with?
Koundé of Sevilla.
Oh my dear Christ! We won't be able to get Koundé because he's going to Chelsea. Like,
okay,
he's not going to Chelsea.
RJ, centre back.
Well, I have three. Like I said, I have one that's a dream, one that's realistic, and then one's kind of like an underrated shout. So, which one would you like to hear first? Which one would you like?
Go for the underrated shout first. I'm intrigued.
My underrated shout is Sven Botman from Lille.
Mm-hmm. We've covered him on the channel before.
Yeah.
That's actually not that bad.
Not a bad shout. Who are the other two?
So my dream one would be Matthias de Ligt from Juventus because he's leaving.
Me and RJ have the same feelings towards centre backs. We just
and the most realistic one I think we'll probably get is Pau Torres from Villarreal.
Okay, and that's where our centre backs just separate.
Yeah, I stopped going down that train. Like I said, I just went realistic.
I just said Fafana might have been a realistic one.
Nah, I'm not paying any money to Leicester. They robbed us enough.
Actually, yeah, that's a good shout. That's a very good shout. Actually,
they can piss off.
So who are you picking? I would agree with you. And the dream is not unrealistic because the only unrealistic part is his agent. But
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, he's like 9/10 of like the perfect player. It's just his agent puts him down.
Well, I suppose if you've got someone who can shut his agent up, like maybe a Rangnick.
Ooh, that I like that. To be fair, you know what? Fuck it, delete. Fuck it. Let's put it in. To be fair, we've dealt the worst with fucking Faddy. So you know we'll work on ahead without him.
Hey, and you got Don Myrtle then as well. Who can probably
and we'll have the manager as well, who will be Ten Hag as well in the summer.
Yeah, Dutch connection could be quite important. Robotic knowledge, Kenny Kitten. Kenny Kitten, that's
true.
What is this?
I was going to say something else, but okay, you know, it's best not to.
Maybe he'll play players who fit in his team, like Teles, Bailly, Bruno, Sancho, Greenwood. Maybe that might be a shout. Fafana injured, coming back from an injury. Wait and see how he bounces back from it before going to splash money on him. Well, obviously, I'm not going to spend it on an injured one, but he would be one that you probably can keep as a thing. You don't think he'll change his formation based on what he sees in training? No, he'll probably go. He'll be one of the 4-2-2 or the 4-3-3, the 4-2-2-2 or the 4-3-3. But Kenny, before I give my view on the centre backs, who are you going for?
Delitz, and also creates quite a nice Dutch thing going on there.
Yeah, I was just about to say you're definitely feeling your backbone has definitely got a very lovely Dutch feeling towards it. Providing you both pick who I think you probably
to be fair, I will say, right, we've had history of great Dutch defenders.
Yeah, we've also had the history of in fact, probably your best goalkeeper is probably Dutch as well, Edwin van der Sar.
Yeah. That's true.
Some will say Peter Schmeichel. I think Van der Sar probably was better. But that's my opinion. Mustafa says Delet's been dead for 2 years. He plays for Juventus.
He plays for you. Yeah, I'm surprised Ronaldo's not fucking dead after being there for 4.
Yeah. CDM though, RJ. I think I know what you're going for. But
there's so many players. Like I said, I've got 3. You know, like I said, a dream, a realistic, and kind of just like an underrated one as well. So,
right, so let's go underrated. Let's go underrated first.
Right. So the underrated one, and this one you might have to do a tiny bit of research for this one, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
No, you might have to, but he's a very talented player. I think genuinely, like I said, with the current situation he's at right now, I think we could technically bring in Sabitzer from. No, genuinely. What's wrong with Sabitzer?
You haven't seen what I put on the screen, have you?
Oh my dear Christ!
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know what to say. I'm just speechless.
If I keep him. Oh, put Carricks back in there. He deserves to start.
Is he even on here?
He won there. No chance.
No.
Jamie Carragher. Oh wow, that's how old this thing is. Like,
he's got a legend on FIFA only. But no, Sabitzer. I know. I'm more than aware of who fucking Sabitzer.
Okay,
okay. Who's realistic?
Realistic, I would probably say someone on the likes of Milenkovic-Savic from Lazio.
And who is the dream?
Well, he's another Dutch player, and he's from the Banterlona. You know, his name. He's very disrespected nowadays. Frankie De Jong right now. So he's a dream.
Okay, Kenny.
I would say those are 3 decent shouts. I personally think De Jong. I don't think it's unrealistic at all, especially with Barcelona's financial situation. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct there. Yeah, it looks an interesting team. Yeah.
Where does that team finish?
Who's captain of that team? Bruno.
I was going to say Ronaldo.
You might as well give it a Bruno, isn't it? Ronaldo's only here probably one more season if we're talking that.
Nah,
might as well give it.
I don't think Ronaldo can play for a lot longer, man.
Might as well give it a Bruno and.
Oh no! Unless Ronaldo gets a very bad injury, I can see him a lot longer at United than people actually think.
Nah, Greenwood will force him out. He wants to play with Messi.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that over Ronaldo. Like I said, we would be here forever if I had to talk about my hatred of Messi fans. Genuinely.
What about that front two pairing?
I think it's disgraceful. I think it's a joke. Niall, you should really, really wash your face with some soap, mate. That is disgusting. Oh my days, and it's horrific.
What?
It's like Susan Boyle, but like fucking hell.
You see Ronaldo's in track about have you seen Messi with his lease as well? Really come on there.
What?
Kenny, what do you make of that front two pairing? Greenwood finally getting a player with his idol.
Oh, sorry, I think I need to go to the bathroom. That's actually awful.
Greenwood disrespect. Kenny disrespecting Greenwood's idol. That's a bit disgraceful.
He's not Greenwood's idol. And also Messi. You think Ronaldo's bad at tracking back? Have you seen Messi this season?
Messi pressing would be certainly an interesting shout. But no, but we have got to talk because as RJ politely mentioned earlier, you have sort of got a game this weekend. But before we talk about that, I do want to just briefly touch on the Arsenal game because can't really not talk about the Arsenal game. We'll talk Arsenal then Palace. RJ, what did you make of the Arsenal game?
Yeah. Like I say, it was definitely a game with two halves for a certain player. Yeah, like I say, it was very. I do think that we were more agile and more hungrier team in that game. To be fair, I think Aubameyang, he deserves all the criticism he's getting, man. How do you miss the shots he misses? Like, I don't understand. It's kind of like a talent. Do you know what I mean, for him, like how bad he can actually be on a pitch? Like, fair play to him for being that bad. But no, like I said, Arsenal punished us when we made mistakes. They forced us into positions that we shouldn't have gone into, but we did. We got 3 points. Ronaldo got his 800 goals, something Messi's nowhere near. And yeah, like I said, we move on to Palace and we beat another Arsenal legend.
Kenny, thoughts on the Arsenal game?
It was a decent performance. It's probably not gonna how we're gonna play without Rangnick, but it was a decent. I thought we were better than Arsenal. And Fred had the weirdest game I've ever seen. He made 2 mistakes and he got 2 assists. It was so weird, but yeah, it is what it is. Good 3 points.
Okay, and RJ, talk to me about the Palace game.
Yeah, big game. I think we definitely can't underestimate Palace. I mean, they definitely have pulled a lot of things out of the hat this season, to be fair, and unexpectedly so. I technically did have Palace at 20th, to be fair, because I genuinely thought, and this was before all the signings and all the crack, and I genuinely thought that Vieira would be sacked by Christmas and it'll be all a shit show, and we'll probably see the Eagles going down, and that sadly has not been the case. They've been unbelievable. I think Conor Gallagher is someone definitely to watch out for the next few years. Obviously, the Chelsea loanee definitely has been helping Palace to stay up and possibly even beat teams. Didn't they beat Man City, or am I just smoking something? Or what? They bet some big team.
They beat City 2-0 away. Yeah.
Yes, that was it. Yes. Which I said, I think everyone was surprised with that. To be fair, how good they played, and Yeah, let's see how it goes. I guess, to be fair.
Oh crikey! Sorry, I'm just reading something on Twitter. I should really avoid Twitter when doing these shows.
Yeah, you should.
Basically, I'm pretty sure Amazon Prime may have referred to Edouard Mendy as Benjamin Mendy. Which is not
I heard about that. Yeah,
it's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah, no, you feel bad. You feel bad for Edouard, man.
Yeah. No, you have to. You just have to, because look, I understand it was an honest mistake, but fucking hell, come on. It's not difficult. Benjamin Mendy is in prison. Edouard Mendy is a goalkeeper.
And Ferland Mendy is a guy who kicks a girl's head because he doesn't get his dick sucked.
Thank you, RJ.
I'm just saying, Edouard is the only normal Mendy. That's true. He came out. You don't read those reports.
They're unconfirmed.
Allegedly. That's allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
They've just been retired.
Excellent. Yeah, Kenny, talk to me about the Palace game.
I won't go as far as to say Palace have been unbelievable this season, but they certainly definitely surprised me. I thought they were going to struggle. Vieira has surprised me though. He's set them up very well. He's doing well with the Palace team. Yeah, I'm confident in going into the game. But what I would say is I wouldn't be surprised if Palace sneaked a result, because I think Palace, he's got them very well set up. I think they could definitely get somewhere.
Yeah, no, I hear that. If I was a Chelsea goalkeeper, I'd be suing all of these newspapers for everything they are. Well, if that kind of bullshit would not happen in Canada, yeah, I agree. He should sue them. And
Blame Canada.
no, I do. I think he summed it up on Instagram very well, and you have to feel sorry for Edouard Mendy. He's having such a fantastic season. He had a great season last year. I'm not calling him world class, because obviously I have certain elements. You have to have been doing it for 2 years before you are classed as in the conversation for it. But yeah, no, it's just wrong, isn't it? Wolf says, see Niall and RJ, Kenny Henderson in the bin. Kenny is getting torn.
Wolf not said the same thing.
Kenny's getting torn. That goal from Arsenal was absolutely shocking. De Gea is an absolute bitch. Oh my Lord Jesus, that's from Devon. Devon also says Palace will be harder than Arsenal. Vieira will have them set up on Sunday. RJ, do you think there's an element of truth in that maybe Palace might be a bit more of a difficult game, because Vieira has certainly got Palace set up well.
He does, yeah.
But they're not prone to an error, are they? They have got an error in them. They're not. I looked at a Liverpool game, 3-0, lost to Leeds. They're all right.
It was the last minute Leeds, to be fair. It was a win by Leeds, to be fair, yeah.
And to be honest, Manchester United and last minute winners are not, they're not unknown. In fact, Fergie became quite known for it. So do you think there is an element of that Palace might be a bit more of a tougher game?
Definitely, 100%. I'd even argue that Palace are a better squad than Arsenal right now, arguably. Obviously, it's controversial, and probably Arsenal fans will think, "Oh, he's so stupid." But I mean, there's facts. Jameen Gallagher is probably one of the most informed players in the squad, and probably in the Prem right now. Zaha's doing well. They've got great talent coming through, like what's his name? Like Eze, Olise, Will Hughes as well from Watford hasn't really made a splash yet.
Mark Guehi at the back.
Mark Guehi, yeah, exactly, come from Chelsea.
They are without one of their players. I keep forgetting his name. He was there last season.
What position?
Centre back, I think. Not centre back.
Right back.
Who's been playing right back for Palace? Played against Leeds. He got a booking. Which puts him out of the game. Was it when it was there? There it is. Line up.
It was
Joel Ward.
That's his name.
So they're without their right back. He'll obviously he's suspended, so they'll We'll have to bring in someone else at right back. Nathaniel Klein is on their bench, so it could be Nathaniel Klein.
Whoever's on that left-hand side, they are going to have a field trip. That will be
Tyreek Mitchell.
Ooh, actually, to be fair, that's not
that left side at the moment could be Odsonne Edouard, Conor Gallagher, and Tyreek Mitchell. So it could be quite an interesting battle there. I think whoever's on the United left could be interesting because they've got Ayew, Schlupp, and whoever they're playing at right back. Yeah. So it certainly will be an interesting game, but I do have to. Mustafa says, "Why were you lot mentioned Sabitzer, Milinkovic, Savic? They're not actual CDMs." Well,
we're not going for CDMs. Talking. We're going for players who will fit the system. It
doesn't actually matter because everyone voted for De Jong anyway. Mark Gehi is average, not to worry. I rate Gehi, but he's got a bit of learning to, a bit of work to do. But that's the same with all young players. If you are a professional footballer, you play to a whistle. I don't care who you are. That was completely unacceptable from De Gea, says Devon.
Look. How are you blaming De Gea? Like, have you ever had your Achilles stood on with studs? Like, what is this?
Kenny, can you show us an example? Can you get someone to stand on your Achilles with studs, please?
Can I do it?
I was waiting for RJ to.
What is he supposed to do in that situation?
No, it is a painful one, but I think the referee probably should have stopped it. I thought, and it could have changed when I was a referee, but I always thought that when the keeper went down, you stopped play instantly.
What I thought was that you'd have some level of respect to hit it out instead of fucking whacking into the goals.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
But Arsenal always lack a bit of class, don't they? So
I know. Yeah, I know.
I thought they should have done what Leeds did and gave us a free goal. You know what Leeds did against Villa?
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it's Arsenal. I swear you'd rather get a pound from them than a bloody goal.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Devon says, I've been stomped on with studs in countless times throughout my life playing rugby and still kept playing. Never once went down. That's different. Rugby,
Jesus, tough man over here, like Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, but rugby players are tough.
No, I know. I know rugby. Like, Jesus.
I mean, rugby, they are.
My country, man, we're literally one of the best.
Footballers are bitches. I will happily say that. Footballers are bitches, all of them. There's not one strong footballer. Apart from some backing. Oh, fuck off. He's a pussy.
He's not a pussy. Come on.
He's a pussy. I've seen him go down when our fucking left back.
That's his acting. That's his acting.
RJ. Our fucking left back put in a tackle on him, and Akinfenwa stayed down for 5 minutes. Our left back was 5'7", 5'8".
No, but the thing is, right, when you're carrying all that,
it was also really fucking slim. So I really don't know how.
Zach. Okay, hold on.
Devon says rugby is soft.
Okay,
is for real men.
Right, good luck.
Don't time him out. Don't time him out.
My bad. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Jesus.
RJ,
whatever.
I don't make me remove the mod chip from you. You can't.
You shall not do that.
Can we talk about Rashford? Because you were going to talk about that.
I think it's quite clear that everyone thinks Marcus Rashford's going on the bench, considering that he didn't even get into our first 11.
Well, yeah, I just want to ask RJ quickly. RJ, do you think Rashford going to be benched?
Talk about the.
Sorry.
Actually, no. We'll talk. We everyone. No one voted for Rashford to play, so everyone knows that he's going on the bench.
Okay, here, Kenny, just what are you going to say just before we finish?
I was just going to ask if you think. I was just going to ask the question. Do you think Rashford should be benched right now?
Depends if Greenwood is fit. If Greenwood's not 100%, then I think we should start
him. Interesting. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. Interesting show. Lots of opinions. But yes, we'll be back tomorrow. Formula 1 qualifying in the evening. I think we might be doing a watch along of one of the 3 p.m. kickoffs as well. I think Liverpool playing 3 p.m. against Wolves. I think
probably.
I think so.
Yeah, 3 p.m. there, so we'll probably do a watch along of that. And then Sunday we got 2 watch alongs. We've got Rochdale versus Argyle. We'll be doing a watch along of that, and then United Palace. I am going to be looking for someone to start the United Palace watch along off for me, because I'll be watching the ending of the Argyle game. So if there is any people who are willing to do me a favour and probably the first 15 minutes of, well, the first 15 minutes of kickoff, but 30 minutes of the game on Sunday, that would be much appreciated. So if there are any offers, that would be amazing. But yes, Devon says, you doing a late show tonight? Not tonight. Hopefully do one on Sunday. But yes, other than that, yeah, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. Check out our socials, Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _ and on TikTok, Let's Talk Premier League. RJ, where can they find you?
Yeah, pretty much find me all over social media. Revive Jaguar's my name. And yeah, like I said, still at 11.4K. We're just going to try and keep growing to 11.5. So thanks so much for having me, like always.
Perfect. And Kenny, what about you?
You can find me at KennyB210 on Twitter. It's a private account. Kenny TV on YouTube and Kenny United on Twitch.
Perfect, guys. We'll be back, as I say, tomorrow. But until then, thanks for watching. And I've got so many overlays, it takes some time. Until next time. Thanks for watching.